Hi, Jim Catchacoldy here, live on location at Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead, where we've got blue skies, sunshine, and little to no chance of precipitation today. Get out there and enjoy the great weather we're having today. Get out there and get all the projects done that you need to get done. Just enjoy yourself, because today is going to be one beautiful summer, December 11th. Wait a minute, something's not right. We got rain. We got lots of rain. Today, I'm going to give you guys an update on the pond and tell you how the DB110 Pond Enviro treatment did to take care of our problem of the leak that we've got going on. So here's what our pond looks like today, and the water level is coming up, which is nice, but as you can tell, that's what we're relying on to keep this pond full, because it is still leaking. It might have improved slightly. We were losing about a ½ inch a day on average, and I didn't have any scientific method for measuring that, other than just putting sticks in the water and kind of measuring how far it fell. And of course, you know, that's going to differ depending on drought conditions, or how much rain we're getting, and you know how wet the soil is, how much runoff we've got. So you know, that it wasn't always losing a ½ inch per day. A lot of times the rain would kind of keep up with it, but then during the driest of the summer it really lost a lot. It was losing every bit of a ½ inch a day. After we treated the pond, the first several weeks we still lost some water level and we weren't getting rain, but it seemed like it was more about a ½ inch a day or so. So if it improved it a little bit, then that's good, and it will probably help us to keep this pond in decent shape, health-wise, environment-wise, because it's plenty deep at the lowest point when the water level was down over 4 feet. We still probably had 12 feet of depth. The fish were fine. The pond still looked nice. It just wasn't full. And of course, you know, that bothers me, almost to the point where I've considered draining it and having clay brought in and lining it so that it holds water right. But I just don't know that it's really worth that kind of effort, because it's still a nice pond and it will work just fine. It suits our needs. We weren't looking for anything huge. We were looking for a place to just catch some bluegill and catfish when we camp out, and even at its lowest point, it was good for that. So I don't know that I'll do anything differently. I may just let nature take its course, and it may improve over time just naturally. I don't know. But anyway, I know a lot of people watched the video where I treated the pond with that DB110. I'm not saying the stuff doesn't work, because for the right soil conditions and the right problem, it probably works great. But my guess is that we have some kind of a rock crevice or something like that where water's seeping out, and it's just too big of a gap for that stuff to fill. So I would say, you know, use it with caution, because it costs a lot of money. So you need to know what your problem is if you're gonna try that. But I figured it was worth a shot. The process was pretty cool to figure out, gave me something to do. So hopefully seeing all of that will help somebody with their problem, and they can get their pond fixed using it. But it didn't seem to work for us. I'm gonna show you around the pond and show you kind of how things look right now, give you an update on that. And I'm also going to show you around the farm just what all the rainfall does, where all the water runs, and the ditches we've had to dig, how the animals like the water and all that. So hope you enjoy it. So this ditch is the one we dug down the field, where we have the neighbor's barn downspouts tied in, so it gathers up that rainwater and sends it down here to the pond. Now this pole here is the latest one that I put in, and I put it in at 0 back when I decided to try and measure again how we were doing, and that was several weeks ago. And we're up 7 inches from that point. Now that's due to 2 recent rain storms that we've had over the last week that kind of filled it back up. We We lost a couple of inches during the 2 weeks that I was checking it. So like I said, it definitely still leaks, but it might be slightly better. This is where I fell down the pond dam trying to come down here and take video. I thought I'd better mention here because, you know, I'm kind of carrying on and making fun of the weather and the rain, but it is 63 degrees on December 11th in Kentucky. So I'll take that any day, even if it comes with some rain. Of course, right now, I'm pretty happy about the rain because it's filling my pond back up. And for those who are keeping up with our garage build videos, here's a sneak peek of the progress on our barn. Soggy barnyard. Cows don't care, do you? No, that's good stuff. Hey, Patty. Alfie's afraid of the rain. He stays in here where it's warm, don't you, buddy? And these are the ducks who would not go live in the duck pond that we made because they think they're chickens, but on days like today, they figure out that they like the water. And since the field is flooded, they're having a good time. Our drainage ditch. Flowing mighty fine. And here is where the water comes off the trail, and this is the water that comes from back behind the barn that floods all the time. These guys are happy as a pig in slop. I wonder why. Good stuff, guys. Hey, don't bite. It might help our barn not to flood if we would put in some gutters. That's going to be coming soon. The roof on this garage does great. It leaks a little bit over there. The sad thing is, there's still less water in this garage than there is in the barn. And here is the water that comes off the hill on the duck side. Flows right under the little duck house. And they're just having a high old time. There is more flood control that we have done. Dug that ditch to route this water and through here and out to the ditch by the road. And I used the front end loader to clean out this ditch earlier this year so that yeah, it would flow and not flood this whole area here. Lots of water down here at the foot of the hill. I will say though, we have a whole lot better control of the water now that we've kind of routed some ditches and all that than we had before, because there were some real messes when we first moved here. Alright, I just wanted to make this quick little update to kind of share, because we shared with you the product that we put into the pond to treat it, and kind of wanted to do a follow-up. I was hoping that this was going to be an exciting video where I could show you a full pond and tell you that it worked miracles and stopped the leak and everything was golden, but that doesn't always work out. Kind of like our bright sunshiny day we're having here, but we're still happy with what we've got. It's a whole lot of fun. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that process. If we come up with any other ideas along the way for things to make this pond better, we'll be sharing those with you. This upcoming year, our fish should be big enough that we can start keeping some bluegill and eating those as we camp out, some catfish and that sort of thing. So we'll be giving you updates on the size of the fish as we start catching them next spring and all of that. So we'll be doing more pond and fishing videos for sure. So if you haven't, be sure and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you watching. We are just hobby homesteaders, like our channel name says. We're having fun on our 38 acres here. We do all kinds of stuff and we share that with you. Hope you enjoy it. We appreciate y'all watching. Take care.